I want to talk to you today about what is happening in this country and what's happened. This comes from me, very reliable source, someone who suffered over the years from mental illness and found out why. The government is basically run by Prince Charles, head of a paedophile ring. Not just a paedophile ring, but a devil worshippers one. You might think paedophilia, that's bad enough, isn't it? You notice Jimmy Savile, not rest his soul, is become a scapegoat, and lots of celebrities as well. Well, I can tell you in the 80s they took children from homes, good homes, children's homes. They took them up north to youth groups and they buggered the shit out of them. They kept them under stress, under pressure. They killed a lot of them. Not only this, but they penetrated them psychically through devil worship, Masonics, whatever you want to call it. I was one of their victims. I kept my mouth shut for years, but I'm not going to keep it quiet anymore. I've had mental illness, and I've had all the drug companies' ideas of fucking mental illness. Basically, most mental health homes, especially mine, are an information gathering service for the government. If you're a troublemaker, or you know too much, which is my case, then you get given shit drugs that make you a fucking lunatic. I hear voices 24 hours a day and they come out of my mouth sometimes. It's called microphoning. And there's another thing called penetration, psychic penetration. This is where someone shouts into your face and they get control of your amygdala. You might have noticed this in your life, someone shouted at you really badly and looked in your eyes. They can lay dormant for years and come back. And you'll hear their voices all day and all night. They can literally control your tongue. Another thing as well, one of the other things that Charlie did, he took my DNA, and I'm the father of Prince William and probably Prince Harry as well. This is no joke. I've been under the mental health system. I've noticed all the psychiatrists, all the people that were pedos up north that did us when we were kids. Many of the victims don't remember. Many of them are dead. Many of them have been sent crazy. It's happening all over this country. Anyone finds out about it, they end up in a mental home or dead. I've noticed a lot of people, a lot of news instances where people have gone berserk, good people, policemen, doctors, whatever, gone home, killed their families. Basically, it's devil worship. It's the devil's blood. Another thing they can conjure up. They can conjure up the devil. They can literally take blood from him and put him in a child or anyone else, man, adult. Many times I've been injected on the streets. I tell my doctors they just turn a blind eye because they're all in something called Emergency Ward 10. Now you might think Emergency Ward 10 sounds like a funny 60s program, but actually it's a Secret Service doctors mafia basically. They're the evilest scum of the fucking universe. They treat people like shit. They do it with a kind way sometimes, but they make sure they pump those drugs into you. They've got vested interests in their family members, celebrities. We can talk about the Prime Minister as well. He was a member. The paedophile group, Cameron I'm talking about, yep. Tony Blair as well. Simon Cowell. You probably had your suspicions about him as well. They're all devil worshippers. They're all the worst Satanists you could ever imagine. I'm putting this out to you now because I've had enough. I've bounced around mental health systems for too long. I've been tortured for 10 years. I don't sleep. I don't get to do anything. My relationships have been crushed. They dissolve you from the inside, basically. They make you the evil one. That's the point. A self-destructing bomb, basically. So that there's no hands on you, no touching, but you destroy yourself and destroy other people via crazy acts. I've been through this and I've been strong. There's another thing. I've got a halo. You can't see it. Maybe some of you can. Comes out occasionally. Charlie basically wants this, and he's done the firm, everything they call it the firm. They're all just Satan Masonics. They can jump into your body. They can literally make you have a heart attack if they want to from remote. They can turn your head inside out. They can turn your head around. They can do fucking anything. I've been through it all. They might mask themselves as the devil or someone else or some other person you might know, but they can do virtually anything to your brain. They can kill all your brain waves. Virtually all mine are dead. They've been murdered in mental hospitals through pressure. Pressure which was insurmountable. Some of the people I said, like psychiatrists and nurses, they are members of the paedophile ring that I remember. And they basically keep me as their puppy. They keep me in a circle of the mental health loop. They make sure I'm mad at all times. All drugs, by the way, for mental health don't work. They literally make you worse. You might have a mild problem. Once you enter the mental health system and you're a bit clever, or you know too much, you notice, you're basically kept as a monkey. You're kept as a loony monkey. They'll let you home just to do your head in. They'll section you just to do your head in. It's a soft punch every day of the week. There's no escape from it. Another thing is Diana. She knew about it. This is why she had problems with Charlie. That's why virtually they split up, because she was put under sedation and then she was impregnated with my DNA. The other thing I want to tell you is about... no, we won't go into that. I'll keep that for later, just in case I get shot tonight. I've had to say this because it's come to the Levinson inquiry. It's being kept quiet, and I'm not having it. I don't think the British public need to have it. I think I look around and I see the mental health system is destroying people just for knowing a little bit of shit, you know what I mean? And it's taking their lives over. And literally, devils feed off good people's souls. I notice a lot of Christians, a lot of good people are going fucking nuts at the moment. They don't realise they've been poisoned. Their water supply maybe got to any of these ways. They can walk into a pub, someone can just jab them with a tiny bit of needle, and I've seen it happen to me a couple of times. Literally, this much devil's blood can fuck your life up forever. That's what I call it. There's other things that the government have cooked up. They basically destroy a person from a distance. You might see someone who's mad on the street talking to himself, and everyone goes, oh, look at that nutter. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you might think I'm absolutely crazy, but I'm willing to back this up. Anyone who wants to come forward and say I'm talking bollocks, fine by me, we'll go to court and we'll settle it, mate. Another thing I want to talk about is David Kelley, another Satanist. He created many of these at Porton Down, many of these evil personality disorders which is given to people on the street. They could be coming through your water supply. Basically, they're keeping the country down. If you look around at people, everyone seems to have a problem. No one is smiling. They're all locked in their own sin, if you understand what I mean. They've all got this craziness going on. You'll notice people aren't reacting the same way. And there's other things as well, like sensitivities. Like I can sense people looking at me. I can see their auras coming into me. Some of this is what's used on the Masonic devil worship level, satanic level, to control, manipulate. And people say, you pushing my button, there's actually someone like pushing their aura into the buttons of the people's backs, because once you've got the devil's blood in you, you can be affected. David Kelley's the one who operated on me. He was also my childhood. He gave me my first... what's the word? Inoculation for kids inoculation. I don't know what they call it. But you know what? The uproar from the early 90s about kids getting autism from these things, well, it's done on purpose. It's done on purpose because specific children are fucking singled out. Good children. And they're turned into fucking lunatics. And basically, a mental patient with a good family can keep his family in that loop for life. And that energy goes to the devil and devil worshippers. That's why they constantly poke at these people. And there's no way out of it. I've heard God has left the planet, which may be a possibility, I don't know. many people say they talk to him. I'd like to have a word with him because I hear very much different kind of fucking things going on with the devil and his minions. I've had to say this now because I've had absolutely enough. I think the country's going to pot. I think it's the right time. If people don't want to listen, they don't want to listen, but it's a fact, so I've said it. So I'll leave my email up. You can discuss this with me. We can have a chat, see if you had the same experience. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye.